Let us discuss array as a data member of a class. So far we have taken basic data types in a class, isn't it? As a data member of a class, like register number, name, isn't it? Name is also a character array, but in this particular concept, they are expecting numerical arrays. Now we shall take a numerical array in the class definition as a data member of a class. Consider an example, class array. I'll take name of the class is array, open flower bracket. Here I'll take an integer array, int a of 10. So we reserve 10 memory location. Again, let us give chance user to ask how many memory locations he want to use. In public section, public, I want to read array elements. Reading means getting value from the keyboard. Let us display array elements one by one. Okay. To read and display array elements, we need looping statements. As you know that what kind of functions usually we define inside the class? Only inline functions. Inline function means it does not contain any looping statement, selection statement or a jumping statement. But in this particular case, a functions must contain looping statements. That's why we shall define outside the class. And one more rule is there. To define member function outside the class, first we have to declare inside. I'll take two functions here. One is void input. Okay. Void input. Another one, void display. Void display. I'm going to define these two functions outside the class. I hope you know why we are going to define outside, because these two functions will have a looping statements. Why we should take looping statements here? We want to read array elements and we want to display array elements. To do that, we need looping statements. You know that. What is the syntax to define member function outside the class? Can you tell me? Return type specifier, class name. What is the class name here? Array is the class name. Return type specifier, class name, scope resolution operator, function name. What is the function name here? Input. Input is the function name. Open close parenthesis. Now open flower bracket. Though we have declared a of 10, so it allocates a total 20 bytes of 20 byte continuous memory locations. One integer requires 2 bytes. So I have taken a of 20. So there is a continuous memory allocation, that is a 20 bytes of memory locations. Among 20 bytes or among 10 memory locations, how many memory locations you want to use? That value has to store in n. Randomly I have taken a of 10. 10 memory ಇದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯೂಸರ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಡೈನಮಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡೋಣ. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತಿದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆ ನಂಬರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಎನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ವೆನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಯು ಎಂಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್, I'll give 5. I want to input 5 elements. 5 is a number. It is a whole number. It has to store in n. That's why I have taken n as an integer variable. Cout. Let us give that statement here. Okay. Cout. Enter number of elements or number of integers. How many integers you want to input? Now, how many input? Now the answer would be an integer. C in extraction. Okay. N. Where that value has to store? In n. Now, how many elements I want to insert? That the value is in n. Let us insert those elements. ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಅಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಈಗ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಅರೇಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎ ಆಫ್ 10 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೀವಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ we need a for loop here. For I is equal to 0, I less than n. If I take n 5, 0 to 4, I plus andre our first element has to store at 0th location, second element first location, third element, second location, like that up to n minus 1 locations it has to store. Each and every location, when the control come to 0th location, what is the next operation? User has to input value. That value has to stored in A of 0th location. See, in A of 0, A of 1, it has to increment automatically. Now that's why we have to write I here. Close. Function close. Isn't it? This input function, it contains for loop. That's why I have defined outside the class. If you define inside, it won't execute it as an inline function. It shows some warning here. If you want to go ahead with that, it will be executed as a normal member function. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಲೈನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ? ಆಗತ್ತೆ. It will execute, but not as an inline function, as a normal member function. Okay. Now one more function is there. Void display. You know the rule. Return type. Class name is array. Scope resolution. Function name. What is the function name here? Disp. Open close parenthesis. Open flower bracket. Okay. Now see out. So I forgot one statement here before for loop. See out. Enter n elements. How many elements you want to insert? It would be in a n. ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ 5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5 ಅನ್ನೋದು n ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡೋಣ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಎಂಟರ್ n elements. n is a memory name. That's why I did not use double quotes here. If you use double quotes, it will display n only. I want to display the content which is present in n. If input is 5, then n contains 5. It display enter 5 elements. Okay. These things we already discussed in the last year. See out. I want display one by one. Let us give some statement here. N. N means what is the value here? In this example, n I have taken 5, no? N 5 elements are. Backslash n means cursor comes to next line. For. Let us start from 0. First element is at 0th location, no? 0. I less than n. ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? less than n ತನಕ. I plus plus. Open flower bracket. Which statement we have to write to display on the screen? See out statement. See out insertion. See out the kelsa. I know it display value on the screen. From where it has to display, we have to write now A of I. Illinda A of I inda. Backslash n. One by one, no? That's why backslash n. For loop close and function close. Okay. See, in this example, I have taken a class array and data member A of 10, that is a integer array, because the concept is array as a data member of a class. Here I have taken array as a data member of a class. It is in a private section. I did not mention any access specifier here. If you won't mention any access specifier, by default it's a private access specifier. I gave one question, no, in that multiple choice, which is the default access specifier. Private is the default access specifier. Andre ಏನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವುದು access specifier? Private. So in order to access private members, we need functions in a public section. Okay. Now public void input and void display. I have taken two functions here, because input function to input values to this array and display function to display on the screen. Okay. Now void input. These two functions require for loop, because array elements means it's a continuous memory location. We can't write C in multiple times. That's why I have taken array here. Sorry, what is that? For loop here. So that function contains for loop. Now I defined outside the class. And one more concept you came to know in the last class, that is defining member function outside the class. That is, in order to define function outside the class, first we have to declare inside the class. That's why these two functions I am defining outside the class. So I declared inside the class. Now, what happens in input function? First we have to ask how many elements user wants to input. Though he has taken a of 10, again let us give a chance to enter a value. How many among 10 memory locations, how many memory locations you want to use. See in extraction n. Whenever you write this statement, user will enter a value. For example, let us assume a value 5. It means the user wants to input 5 elements. That 5 is stored in n. Okay. Then that 5 elements has to store in array. From where? From 0th location till n minus 1. I less than n. The integer, no, that's why less than n means, in this example I have taken n value 5. So when I become 4, it executes. When I become 5, it terminates the loop. Every time I increments. I hope you know the working rule of for loop. First it initializes, then it checks condition. If condition satisfies, it enters the loop and the statement which is present in the loop will be executed. Then I increments. Again, the new value of I is compared with the n value. If condition satisfies or if it is true, again it enters. Like that, the loop will be executed. When I becomes 5, in this example I have taken n 5, no, that's why I am telling 5. When I become 5 less than 5, condition false, then it terminates loop. So after execution, after coming out of this loop, those 5 values are stored in a continuous memory locations. Now the display statement, display function. Whatever the values you stored in array, I want to display one by one. See out n elements are. N means what is there in n? 5. 5 elements are. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay. Then see out a of I. A of I means very first time I value is 0, no? A of 0. What is there? For example, if you take of 10 or 20, it will be displayed. Like that 5 elements will be displayed. What we are trying to explain here, array as a data member. So in order to read array, to display array, we have taken for loop. For that purpose, we have taken 2 functions. So unless you call functions, it won't execute. Now we have to write main function. Okay, I'll wait. Void main, isn't it? How to call member functions? Using object. So we have to define object and we need object, no? How to create object? Class name. What is the class name here? Array. I'll take AR as a object. A and already tagondidini. Illu tagobodu, but don't get confused with that. Adu beda anta innan separate hosa name tagonta idini. AR anta. AR dot input. First function yavdu ನಾವು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು input ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಾನೇ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ ಆಗೋದು. So AR dot input and one more AR dot disp. Close. Understood? So what is the explanation? After writing program, you can give one line explanation here. In the above program, int a of 10 is a array. It has taken as a data member in the class. To read and display these array elements, we need for loop. That's why we have written in the 2 functions, that is input function and display function.